It is, Brian. I see. Gosh. Well, whatever. Time to start some music while I set up the board here. I can't even hear that. There we go. Okay, so let me just make sure the permanent stations are out there. We are on April, so we should have 57. No, it's 51 because. Yep. Um. One for 56. Okay. That's. I don't have to worry about that. Worry about that. Do I have to worry about Slum?
I'm pretty sure that
Yeah, we 66 Slum.
Black Sign job. I took care of San Francisco and last.
Yeah, San Francisco's mentioned in there. Slum is not.
Okay.
Let's see what we got here. I think we don't have to worry about anything in the Americas at the moment.
That is accurate. My eggs is the only.
I completely dislike having to put up these no cubes every time. Also, it's very weird seeing these places with such high numbers because we usually inoculate these sons of bitches ASAP. Where, like, you know, they just hang out at a 2 as a just-in-case thing.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's just kind of been like, ah, yes, we only have so many yellows and so many blues on the map.
Yeah. Let me think here. We don't need to do any weird... It's probably just best for us to evenly supply, I think.
Yes.
Like, we don't have anything weird set up to where, like, this one only needs 1 or 2 or something like that.
No, I mean, technically, Paris and the Blacks are less than Lagos and London.
Yeah, but... honestly, we're all screwed. Anywho, the grid has been evenly supplied, and I don't think we need to steal anything off of each other because now that we have the Jade thing, we only have to worry about 1 cube being removed, so...
Yeah, our tracks for victory conditions all need to be set.
True. True. Show me the true facts.
Okay, so Recon 1 unknown region, pretty much F off till
we're forced to.
August when we're forced.
Now, we're sure it's August? Did you double check that?
I did not double check it. But
we'll double check it later.
It doesn't matter for April, so we know that it's not May.
What point do I read the card? That is before... That's before you even supply the grid, so we should do that right now.
I mean, not that it's going to affect our...
You have not opened South... Like, literally, this month right now is when we're forced to open up South America, whether we like to or not.
Right, which we did in January.
Oh, God, this is just weird. Oh, look. Hey, Brian, there's There's some GPS coordinates that look awfully fucking familiar.
Yeah, we've already been to half of those, and the other half we can't reach yet.
Yep. Like, even if we open up this, we are forced to wait until a specific month, which sucks because this adds a really nasty mechanic.
Right.
I just don't I don't understand why like groups like us who are just like balling out of control just can't ball out of control. You know?
Yeah.
Anywho. So all but 5 of these cards.
3.
9. 5 cards. So we've got 2 trips. We've got 2 Londons. I hate it when the mouse does that weird stuff. 1 Kuro. 1 Peri. 2 the Lagos. And was 1 Constantinople. 7, 8, 9. Good. Alright.
Alright, so we're not going to scientist away.
Yeah, well, yeah, we need this deck to be thicker, and we're not doing ourselves any favors. By science manning away shit. Oh my god. We still have 10 slots available in our package 6, and I know there's a couple of cards in there that we should have killed, but it was all down to number of actions and choices, you know?
Right. At the same time, though, we do hit a point where we're going to have fished out everything via escalated epidemic. So, next step of setup after having read the thing to tell us to go find the labs
Even
that we found.
supply, in fact, now we get the
accessible.
So, you know, extended forecast. Well, extended forecast, I'm starting to think is not as effective as it is when our deck is so freaking tiny.
Well, this is the month where our things are slightly so.
So, One Quiet Night, and let's do that again. I think those are just default at this point.
Yeah.
The smooth taste of Estrella
We
started in 1910.
Where in particular?
So,
And we have lights now.
I think drastic measures still effective because we still have to go through the entire deck.
Yeah.
Okay, so do we want to do forecast? And honestly, I'm actually at the point where I don't think forecast will help us.
I think we do, and
Sorry, you lagged out, man.
I've always needed.
You there, Brian?
Yeah.
You were laggy there. So I said something about like not doing extended forecast, and then you
I'm
lagged.
just gonna get off Wi-Fi.
Thank you. Are you back, bro?
Yeah. So I think extended forecast early game still has some amount of use.
I don't know, but part
I
of the
do
problem is
kind
we
of
can't
agree with
guarantee
you
getting it early
that
game.
basically having more actions to make cubes and drop cubes.
Well, that being said, like a card like Dispersal does the same thing as long as we set it up in time. And as long as we don't forget it this time like we did that other time.
Yeah, but it was okay. We had Lima to destroy that plague cube, and
We
we
didn't have
literally
it for a long time.
should.
We did not have it for a long time.
Yeah.
I don't know. Personally, I would accept extended forecast if we get it, but I think Dispersal, with the way we're currently playing with such a thin freaking deck, is the way to go.
Okay.
What about you, Brian? I guess you'll be the decider vote here.
That would be our 4 funding right there. That seems legit to me because hidden stockpile is garbage. Resilient pop
Well,
is.
it's especially garbage now that we got the. We don't have a stockpile.
Nope. No, we have a stockpile. We have no reserve.
We don't have a reserve. I mean, yeah. Team Bravo is exactly worse than Dispersal. We don't need data transfer because at this point, that's just a given for us. Resilient Pop only serves to further thin out our deck and make things worse.
Right.
We've just gotten Airless, like, by default. So literally, the only 3 cards that serve a purpose are these 3. So I'll tell you what, Brian, I am equally accepting of all of them. You just be the decider.
Okay. I think extended time will actually be more effective than dispersal at preventing plague.
Okay, extended time. Extended time. Wow. All the decks are going to be exactly 11.
Oh, so what was the third one in?
It
Let's
was
do-
One Quiet Night.
Oh,
Let's do it
remove
again.
plague cubes.
Remove
Yeah,
2 play cubes.
Yep.
And
I had up the remove 2 plague cubes.
Yeah.
Seems legit.
all right. So while I set up the map, could you go ahead and do the 1 through 11, 12 through whatever, all the way up
Yeah.
to 77? Wait. We have 68. I forgot that we had to deliver 6 cards to ourselves, so it's not that. 68 divided by 7.
That should only be one off of what we have now. So where we have 27, that's now 28. Everything else is shifted.
And everything else shifts up?
Yeah.
Okay. Okie smoky dokie. Okay. Alright. I don't think we want to even add any more cities to the grid at the moment, do we?
Unless you want to open up
So,
the previous
white-
load where are exactly what month we're gonna when and count how many cities Ford to add.
Yeah. I do know that if we get any more cities added to the grid, I think we're going to be pushing the epidemic cards is what we're going to be pushing. We're right at 51, so if we add any more cities to the grid, we're going to be pushing the epidemic cards. That's a question. Do we want to try to maintain 7 epidemic cards?
I'd like to try and maintain that.
Okay.
I feel like eliminating yellows to keep blue at high efficiency because blue has 2 foundations, not under.
Wow. Okay.
Well, for this month, we aren't doing scientist. Immunologist has no power here.
Literally. Like, the only people that have power are the admin and radio operator. Like, this one technically has some power, but because they have no upgrades, they're completely outshone by satellite towers.
Right.
And since the number of places we have to go really isn't that big, where if we really wanted to, we could put a supply center on every single place we have to go to. Oh my god, that should be a goal, honestly. Get a supply center in all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces.
Permanent, and there are only 12 black cards, and I don't think that we are upping that by connecting Moscow or King Julian.
We don't need to for a long time, so like the way I see it is we're connecting Moscow and I always forget our nickname for that place, Madagascar. The way I see it, we're connecting those 2 places like literally the fortnight before we open up this.
No, the same fortnight that we open it because it gets black cards are reckoned.
I suppose we could do that, but that requires a lot more extra actions versus just fishing them out of the deck.
It's not until after we recon that we have a problem with actions and duration.
I suppose. Okay. I'm not gonna argue here. It's all good, man.
Saul Goodman.
Saul
Okay.
Goodman. I've divided up the characters how I think they should be divided up. Farmer gets the 2 fucking Purdue supplies.
Yeah.
Builder is the one closest to actually building, and radio operator is Rainbow Draw.
Cool, Cachul. Epidemics have been added. Let's roll that D.
I always forget where each of these start.
I know radio operator.
Right,
I
but
don't know where the farm.
like because these names aren't memed and they're actually serious names. Well, we'll put quotes around serious names. Like they're still memed, but because they're that way, I'm just sitting there like, wait, where does each one go? All right, okay. Anyway, rolling. Looks like Farmer Joe is going first.
Cool.
So what? Is Farmer Joe just gonna make supplies a bunch of times?
I guess he's gonna produce supplies twice and then walk off into the sunset and drop them.
Well, if you want to produce supplies twice, let's do it at a place that'll actually have a good amount of supplies dropped.
Okay, so he can fly straight to London.
Yeah.
Produce supplies twice, and then make supplies on top of it.
So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the first produce supplies, which you immediately pick up, I think.
Yeah.
1,
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. You don't even get the full.
Well, since we've run into that problem, is he going to draw a line?
The only line that, in my opinion, is anywhere close to worth drawing is from London to New York, just for the meme.
But
Like, you could go from London to St. Petersburg, but again, I'm still of the mindset that we want to save as many cities as possible because we're going to be delaying for quite a few months.
Okay. He could have made supplies and drawn. No, that wouldn't have worked. Okay, I guess he can't make supply. Oh, he can make supplies to make a satellite tower there so that Blue can.
Okay, so first action was move there. Second action was produce supplies.
Yeah.
Which now there are, since you haven't picked them up yet, now there are 5 on the spot. So what's the third action? Do a supply tower is what you're saying?
The third action would be satellite tower so that he can actually.
That's 2 supply cubes, right?
Yes, that's 2 supply cubes.
Okay. I mean, you know, I guess it makes sense to get those up early as possible. We don't have to worry about anything on the map. Just get everything working.
Right.
So third action is that.
Yeah, then fourth action is produce supplies again, and there are enough supplies now to.
Well, there'll be 1 left over, actually.
Yeah.
Okay. Leave 1 behind. Get this crooked ass tower onto London. And that fell over. Let's say it was a good tower. It was crooked. Oh, Brian, you might enjoy this. I found a way that I can emulate Android on the PC. You know, get an Android virtual machine going. And so that way, whenever we stream XCOM, I can just do a secondary capture on the other screen. And you know, that way, you know, people can actually see what the app says.
See what the app says for what application?
The XCOM.
Oh, cool.
Since I found a way to virtualize the app, you could actually, you know, screen capture that.
Yeah. Well, hopefully I get time off over 4th of July, in which to
Good news, everybody! You got an epidemic really early on.
Oh, that is good news.
I don't know. I almost want to push it to 8 because we have such a thin ass deck, to be honest. You know, when it gets pushed to 8, just leave it there, right?
Yeah.
London and Istanbul. Well, there goes the tower. Alright.
Well, at least it's easier to count now.
Sure. So now it is our radio operator's turn. And of course, our radio operator produces supplies twice and then redistributes the wealth.
and then
I don't
goes.
know if I pointed this out when we originally did it, but we rememed it.
Yeah, I'm aware that that happened.
Anywho.
Yeah, then goes to London and gives the cure for blue.
Fair enough. 2, 3, 4. And so I guess just give half to everything's balanced. And half to the Farmer Joe. And we'll just give a little bit more to Farmer Joe because of his ability. Alright.
So, safe draw.
Yep, very safe draw. We're safe until we get to 59, I think is what we'll... No, we're safe until we get to 58.
Okay, and just to confirm, San Francisco is not right.
Yeah, it is unlock that. If you've already unlocked that, gain an action. And I think the other one is supply cubes from reserve.
Right. Okay, so Mr. Produce Supplies here. He moves 1 to London, 2 to
This guy. It's this guy's turn.
yeah, the laborer. He goes to London.
No,
Goes.
it's not the laborer's turn.
I thought. Oh, infection.
No, this guy just went.
No, the radio operator just went.
Right, and what's after the radio operator?
After the radio operator is the Bob the Builder.
Yeah, why are you making decisions for this guy?
I was making decisions for Bob the Builder. He goes to London, and then moved.
Anywho, London, Cairo.
Cairo? Oh. That deck.
Yeah, so... I know what I'm doing. 1, 2... 3 is build. Three's build.
Felt
And
4
is I don't know.
I think dropping those 3 cubes on is
Not really worthwhile.
okay. Then just
Just
produce
produce
cube.
2. Like the less we keep in the stockpile, the better, honestly, because that means when we do need it, we will have it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
2.
See if it gets more teleportation network going.
Well, looks like if you don't mind, you can fast forward some cards the builder's way.
Yeah.
Paris, Tripoli. All right, Farmer Joe.
Okay. So Farmer Joe makes supplies twice, and the second time drops a fat stack.
How fat of a stack? You have a lot of cubes. And there's already 3 on that spot, so...
Let's end with 9 on that spot.
Okay, we'll end with 9 on that spot. There are now 9 on that spot. though. That was 2 actions.
Okay, action 3 is to go to Cairo and build a satellite as action 4.
Yeah, makes sense to me. Satellite, what's been built? London and Paris. All right. And this is this guy we're gonna forward the cure.
Yeah, so that would be move, give, produce once.
Yeah, makes sense to me. Move,
Or
give,
should
give.
we go ahead and give blue since standing on blue and just give
We just don't know what he's gonna draw though.
Well, if anyone draws blue, he'll be that much closer to blue cube. Right?
Makes sense to me, I guess. Or you could forward the yellow since we have a yellow cure on hand.
But we don't have satellites.
That is true.
I think having 2 out of 3 blue is still
Okay.
virtue.
Wait. Wrong order. Let's do that again when we haven't even done it once yet. Istanbul, Lagos. Okay. So 1, 2. We'll put on Tripoli because I think that one's having more problems right now.
Yeah. And he can also walk directly to Istanbul.
Yeah, less actions. 1, 2.
And then that could either be a produce twice or a produce once and
Hear
drop.
me out here. Would it be better for me to go to Lagos and set up the satellite?
As the farmer?
Oh, it's
Or,
extended time.
oh,
You know what? No. You're going to be handing me the. No, you're not. You don't have the cure for blue. Well, you know what? No risk, no reward. 3-4. I'm hanging out in New York.
well, how can you possibly get the cure for blue when nobody can beam it to you?
No risk, no reward. What if I draw it?
Then you'd still be 2 actions away from exactly what you did from anywhere on the map.
Fine. I produce supplies twice. Honestly, there's nothing better than do. Plus, we do need to get ahead of these because we lazed about for a couple turns, passing blue cards when we didn't need to. So we're kind of behind on our stockpile already.
I mean, that was literally 1 action. Okay.
Well, I would say we're looking out and where our epidemics are. So far, they've both been on top of the deck.
That's my eggs.
Istanbul and London. Okay. Farmer Steve.
Well, if we want to go all in on yellows, that could literally be move, build satellite, beam one. And then,
Could yeah. And that allows this guy to move, deploy 2.
right. But that's like 3 entire rounds of doing.
I mean, to be fair, we still have a
But-
major supply, like, backlog on all of our areas, so I don't see
Yeah.
a reason why not to do it. Other than our
Same.
stockpiles looking kind of meaty.
Yeah, no, it seems legit, and there's like 6 more produced supplies to get our stockpile
1, 2,
back in use.
3. Build the satellite, and I guess you give me Jacksonville. Star, stop licking my feet.
Sounds
Well, apparently we chose correctly when we made the farmer this character. Paris and London. Alright, and then say, already the preordained actions for this guy. Move, deploy 2.
Yep. Beam him up, Scotty.
Yeah.
If anyone does draw Kinshasa, Kinshasa is a good companion.
We need to draw that first. But you've got Paris, so, beam that into our builder's hands, and then, sky's the fucking limit.
Yeah. Every pair, goodness.
Yep. 1. Oh, wait, I need to finish off your turn, right?
Yeah, we. In fact,
Infect. Lagos and Lagos. Alright, so boot 1, 2. 3 is build. Okay. Supply center. And we're looking kind of low on our supplies, so... Plus, I don't really have anything else to do at this exact moment. I mean, I guess I could get in position for New York, but I think my last action is probably best just to get more supply cubes in our hands.
yeah. Agreed.
Yeah. That's a thing. Alright.
So,
Paris
I don't
and
need your
Cairo.
help, but it would be appreciated anyways, right?
Yeah. Well, that and it... Like, we have 3 more supply centers to build, so... Literally, even if I use Paris itself, that's 2 supply centers straight up.
Well, we can still move them off of Johannesburg and off of Cairo. And I guess off of London, too.
True, but the only places we'd be boosting are places that we pretty much already cleared out.
Right, but the point is to allow our next 18 boobs to not be wasted.
Okay. I mean, they are eventually gonna. Like personally, I'm of the mind to leave it on Cairo, or London. Well, Cairo, because Cairo's in a better spot. I'm of the mind to leave the Cairo one on Cairo because I wanted to get to 8, so that way we have at least one territory that Produce Supplies is hyper effective on.
Sure, sure.
And we know what's coming up, and Cairo's in like the central highway to the danger zone, so.
Yep.
My name is Taylor, and I am a producer for TV.
As opposed to London, which can literally only connect to Paris and Petersburg. And St. Petersburg tends to be something that we consider science man.
Yeah, and Moscow too. Anyway, I lost track. What state of the turn are we in?
Bob the Builder built. Bob the Builder drew. Did Bob the Builder
I think I infected.
Cairo and what was it? The other one?
Paris.
Okay. I think that those infections, because I want to say before that was 2 of my eggs.
Yeah, before that was 2 at my eggs. Anyway, Farmer Joe time. So, with Paris, technically you have the cure for yellow, but I don't think you should rush to give that to me just yet.
No, taking Paris would be 7th card.
Well, yeah, but I have a decontamination kit that can go bye-bye.
True.
Anywho,
Well, he is standing on yellow.
nah, I think let's get some supplies out of the stockpile because our massive pillars of supplies are starting to go down. Finally.
Okay, is the place he's currently standing on is primed and ready for Produce Supplies.
Yeah, so pick it up. Produce supplies. That's another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna portable antiviral wrap for another 5.
Yeah, are you triggering your Billabrew
My Billabrew.
to place as farmer, since that is a make supplies action?
There's already 5 on the spot, dude.
Sure.
Then what? You just make supplies the other 2 times and only have 1 in the stockpile?
Sure, but I would still recommend making use of his ability to simultaneously drop to make that a total of 9.
Okay, done. That's a total of 9 there. They've literally been on top of every... Oh, I hope I didn't shuffle that. They've literally been on the top of every deck.
Well, you know that we really did pick the perfect farmer.
What do you mean?
That's the second portable antiviral.
Yeah.
That brought.
Yeah, all the farmer cards are going to the farmer. London, Paris, and Tripoli. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you know that button does shuffle them that we use to stack that deck. It's
Yeah.
just a very troubling coincidence, I guess.
No, it's I grabbed the deck by accident because I hovered over it for too long. So therefore, when I jerked it back here, sometimes when you jerk decks, they can shuffle.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
was
hear the
watching as
shuffle.
you
I
did
didn't hear the
it, and
shuffle. I didn't see the shuffle, but you know,
yeah, I was more commenting on the fact that we drawn it on every 10th card here.
yeah. So, it's time for radio operators. So, I mean, he doesn't need to redistribute the wealth because the wealth is evenly distributed.
Right. Well, he can produce 4 and move to blue and give Paris
So,
is an option. Unless we want to get started on yellow.
one. No, it's 2, 3, 4. Because we only have 3 supply centers left, so let's get that done, and then because things are starting to get bad because we're starting to get 3 and 4 draw epidemics. So
Right.
let's get ahead of the curve, as it were.
Okay. So
He's got London.
Wait, 48 is actually not safe draw. Wow, so that London could literally just reshuffle blue for days, kind of.
Yeah, well. Either way, anyway, so now 3, London, Istanbul, and Lagos. Okay, so I guess New York and Washington. 1, 2, 3, go to Washington. Prepare for the next round.
He could 2 to San Francisco build.
Yeah, I guess San Francisco's low, but I figured we want to prioritize New York since it's already at 6, get it all the way to 8.
Oh. Did not consider that. Sure.
I doubt, we're not going to make that permanent, but having it as an option to drop a supply center on to then, drop a produce supplies on seems like a good, it seems like a good play.
Yeah. And if we're gonna get dispersal into the rotation,
if you think about it like this, San Francisco, it's literally impossible for it to ever lose population except through explosions.
Right. And we aren't connecting up Altana or Disney right now.
Yeah.
4.
1, 2.
2 to New York, 3 to build, and then 4 into Tubbs then.
Yeah.
Or yeah, into Tubbs.
Yeah, you just need to get that last blue into his hand.
Yeah, and consider getting more yellows into his hand for getting Jacksonville also up to 8.
Oh, dude, if you guys get also the yellows, so that way he doesn't have to waste too many turns.
Yeah, because then that would be build, move, build.
Yeah, you don't even have to get all, as long as you get one more yellow in his hand and one more blue in his hand.
Well, he's got the cure for black as well.
Yep. The Paris companion is very, very good companion.
Yep. All right, infections.
Okay. Paris, Cairo, and Lagos. I am having. Ah, jeez. Oh, sorry, I just had to stretch my back.
Alright, so beam 1 yellow.
Okay, let me double check my hand size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'll just get rid of the decontamination kit.
Right.
And we might as well use this before you beam me that blue. If you're beaming me that blue. Spoiler alert, you are. Oh no, we can just get rid of London since it. Yeah, never mind. I can just get rid of London, replace it with your London, and still get to build 3 different supply centers based on my cards.
Right. Okay. So, it looks like second action would be to go to Paris and then portable 5 cubes and make the drop cube on
Okay,
Paris.
So 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you want to drop just the 5, or do you want to drop any extras?
Let's have 6 total there.
There 6 total, so 2, 3, 4. 1 goes back to you.
All right. I guess produce 2 supplies then. Fourth action.
Okay. London, Tripoli, Istanbul.
Oh crap. Did we give him AoE stuff and have completely forgotten about that?
Yeah, he can drop AoEs.
Okay, so I would have preferred to have him drop on his since I forgot he had AoE.
6 total again?
Yeah, 6 total.
Okay.
And it just lost 1, so it'd be 5 total.
So in other words, this one goes back to you. Okay. I was trying to think where that cube goes, because I know there's exactly 2 on Paris. Okay. Yeah, we got AoE for Farmer.
Yeah, that would have been instead of producing 2 supplies, make it rain on an adjacent spot.
Wait, you would have done both, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I would have dropped on both instead of producing supplies.
Okay. Done. Got it. Anyhow. Alright. Radio operator. Radio operator has 4 cubes. You selfish son of a bitch. I believe this is our supplies. Let's give more to the farmer because AoE nonsense. But yeah. All right. So what was his deal? Hands this guy a card because he was already at.
Standing on blue satellite.
Yeah. Then what?
Yes. So that would be blue, black, and yellow. How many research centers remain?
2.
Okay, and that black one moves from Johannesburg trips.
Yeah.
And then I guess nothing else matters, so... Does he spend 3 more actions just to produce supplies? Give them to Farmer?
Well, you could get 1 extra supply if you go to New York first.
Uh,
I don't think that's worth the 1 action.
no, because I could just
So
produce...
grab these 3. Produce supplies. 2, 3, 4, 5. Leave those on London. That's first action. The second action. Third action is produce supplies to get 2 supply cubes. Which means he still has 1 more action to do. And exactly 0 supply cubes to even care about.
Okay, are there any yellows in discard that have ability?
No, not yet. There will be once I get rid of Lima.
Okay, but that's effective, not ability. So I guess going to Cairo to be set up to drop cubes, useful places would be useful.
Okay. And now I'm going to take 1 because that's the bare minimum that I need, and give the rest to Farmer. Farmer's looking kind of rich there.
Well, clearly we don't have enough road connections to where he can just sit and spin.
Now, we did have that for that 1 game, but then also that 1 game we... I don't know. The only thing that's risky about like the sit and spin strategy is it does risk explosions from being like insta kill.
Whoa, your center place needs to be annihilated, which we did. But it was also a permanent research center
that we didn't understand was a bad idea.
Right.
Right. Drawn the 2 cards. I haven't infected yet, right?
Yeah. You have not yet, but you have.
Kuro Lagos.
Spicy chicken strips combo. 100% all
Oh, hi, Jack in the Box. Go away, Jack in the Box. Kuro Lagos. And Istanbul. Okay.
Well, Trips is slightly bro now.
So, first step is that 2 supply cubes equals a supply center. 1, 2, 3. These 2 and 2 supply cubes is a supply center. And 4. I'm gonna go to a safe location because this is looking kind of light.
Give yourself an extra 3 actions.
Sure. 5, 6. And now, if we literally don't move off of London, the worst that can happen is we remain population neutral. Neat!
Yeah.
I guess
Okay.
7 is get 2 of those supply cubes back. Yeah, get 2 of those back. I don't think I'm going to be plagued.
Yeah, the odds would be an epidemic and coming up twice.
There's London and Cairo. So now we're just at the point where we have to keep all of these supplied and we gooch.
Okay.
What is Farmer gonna do?
Looks like Farmer goes to Cairo and then does the sprinkler. Pressing once while doing the sprinkler.
Okay. Oh, jeez. So that's the first action. That's the second action. Okay, so you can only deploy on 2 different locations.
Wait, it's not a once per round thing.
Well, right, but the first action was move there, right?
Yeah, the second action
Oh,
is
you can deploy at all 3
well,
locations. Okay. You can deploy at all 3 locations. What's the goal here?
The goal is a minimum of 6 at every location.
Okay, so we'll start with that, and then we'll make decisions based off of that. A 5 on Karo. 3, 4, 5. This is our Karo stack, and we need an additional 4 on the trips. 2, 3, 4. 6 on the trips. Alright. So that is a total of 6 on each location.
How many supply cubes?
1, 2,
Still
3,
have-
4, 5, 6, 8. He still has 8 remaining.
Okay, let's make it rain another 2 each on each. And call it Gucci.
Okay,
2
so he's
still on.
keeping 2. He did this. He did the sprinkler. Oh jeez. Oh jeez, that was too funny of a description. Oh. Oh look, the literal most useless card at the moment.
Another cure for blue.
Cairo, Lagos, and London. I didn't ask for that one. Okay. So now it is Fretia Operators.
So clearly I should go to one of the 2 spots with 6 and produce supply.
Alright, so 1, 2.
The
Okay.
pick them all up. Then 3, 4, produce 2 more.
No, you just keep making supplies.
Yep, keep making supplies, but also switch blue and on stock.
Yep.
and then redistribution of wealth.
Sounds like communist propaganda, but okay.
Literally every place with an infection card has a supply.
I can't say it's not a bad plan.
Yeah.
Oh look, you got another produce supplies. I wonder what you're doing your next turn.
I don't know, something amazing, I guess? Question mark?
London, Tripoli, and Lagos. I guess our luck couldn't stand for our epidemics being on top of the deck.
Yeah. So it occurs to me that it is actually not a troll move to connect good air to research station.
Nowhere?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like we've like as if we have a couple of
But
extra actions, I think we probably should do some connections.
at the same time, who cares about good air?
Yeah, we're not really using the immunologist until the end of the game anyways, and if absolutely necessary, we'll just put 2 supply cubes on good air and call it a day. You know?
Make him spend one action.
Well, either way, it's 1, 2 to get to a station, or 1, 2 to get to a station.
No, it'd be good air to nowhere. It's just one get to.
Right, but what I'm saying is all else fails during setup, we can put 2 supply cubes on good air.
Yeah, and then it'd be 1, 2.
So either way, it's 2 actions to get to a station. It's just one of those adds a permanent bonus to our map.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, I mean, let's quickly discuss. Is there anything we can do to make our current network more robust? I don't think there is.
No, we've killed all of.
Like, we could do that line, but I don't think that line really gets us anywhere.
It does not because Kinshasa is dead.
Well, that, and also, at no point should we have to go through Kinshasa to get salami. So,
Right.
and same for the opposite. At no point should you go through salami. Well, 1, 2, 1, 2. Same difference since those are 2 stations. So yeah, at no point should you have to go through salami to get through Kinshasa.
We could troll connect soap to Jacksonville.
Yeah, that is an action we can do. I don't know if it helps us any. Like, the London connection to New York actually did help us that one specific time. But that's the only time it helped us.
Yeah, I don't see it helping us this game.
Yeah, I just don't see any connections. Like, you already did this, which that saves us in the early game before we set up our supply center network.
Right. Well, even so, that's still always going to be better as one action instead of
Yeah.
the most simple.
So, and like, while that does save an action, it doesn't. Those are 2 worthless spots, effectively.
Yeah.
To the point of where if we finally need it as an action, then we can draw that line, to be honest. In the same way, when we finally need that Buenos Aires nowhere connection, we'll do it, but only then.
Okay, so whose turn is it now? Radio operator did their New York
Technically, if
province.
we really wanted to do a thing that could be useful, we could do a Lagos nowhere connection. Uh,
No, because that's still 2 action. Get there from a research station. Doesn't already.
well, I mean, it seems like Lagos is going to be up until we finally Black Science Man it out of existence. What I'm saying is Lagos is going to be there for a while. Anywho, I don't know. I think the best thing I can do. Was I already at Lagos, or did I use my first action to get to Lagos? I think I used my first action to get to Lagos, right?
Yeah, the last thing that you were at Trips.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and 4 is going to be drop. Let's say 5 more on that spot.
Okay, I'm gonna point out that New York is lower than Lagos. Sorry, London is lower than. And they were the same distance.
Yeah, we're fine. We're not fine.
It's okay. Lima's in the discard.
Yeah.
And we haven't funded either.
Yep.
Taking care of business.
1, 2, 3. Oh, good. So Tripoli, Cairo, and 2 Londons.
Ah, exactly 2 London.
We're fine. See, we're fine, Brian. What you gonna do?
Well, it does not look like sprinkler action is recommended.
No, but it does look like London action is recommended.
Yeah, so I go to London, produce supplies 3 times, and on the 3rd time, make it rain.
All right, what's the total amount you want to make it rain?
9 total because Ermagerd, that's a lot of keys.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, like, oh, I still have that many left? Yeah, 9 should be fine.
You didn't see the oh fuck part until just now, I think.
I did see it while I was in the middle of the comment.
Alright, draw 2, get rid of your funded, or your unfunded events, I mean. And draw 4. Lagos, Istanbul, Lagos, and Cairo. Oh geez, how so of the deck? We have to go through 30 cards. That is 15 more turns total. Alright, radio operator. You could produce
Whoa.
supplies, but 2 cubes literally won't make it onto the board.
Okay. So you're saying troll connection first?
You could do that.
I mean, if we're black science,
Ugh.
just a card to go wherever.
Let's see here. Cairo. I know it seems weird, but Cairo's looking a little dry.
Okay. I mean, it's 2 entire cycles through the deck. Where it's truly dry. I guess I can go to Cairo, make it rain, and then produce twice.
Well, we go to Cairo, pick up those 4. Or, no, wait, that's 5. Pick up those 5. Make the literal 4 that's in the deck go out for third action, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then fourth action is what?
Fourth action is to make it rain on Cairo.
Alright, I'm just gonna drop everything you got. What's the drop looking like?
8 total there, I guess.
Okay, so 4, 8 total. You said.
Yeah. Redistribute.
Put more cubes in our sprinkler's hand. Got it.
Yeah.
All right. Paris, Lagos, Tripoli, and London. Okay, I produced twice. And 5, 4, 5. Yep. Move and drop trow.
What, the trips?
Yeah. Wish there was a slightly easier way to stack these things.
They don't behave with G.
No. Yay, an epidemic! Paris.
Also, the.
My name is Taylor, and I am a producer for TV.
Sorry, what did you say?
Around.
What did you say, Brian?
If we want to move any of the research stations around, here, yellow, Bob.
Do we want to? I mean, Lima's kind of looking low on population, and it could come back, but other than that,
Lima can come back.
oh no, Lima's been Science Man. Never mind.
Well, it was the one production to blacks.
Okay. All right. What's our Farmer Joe gonna do?
Produce twice while sprinkling. Seems like my egg good place to drop trow as well as parrot.
Yeah. So what are you gonna do?
Drop trow on Paris, total of 8 there.
Okay.
Move to Lagos. That would be action 2, 3.
4,
Produce
5,
action 4 is
So,
the last.
First action, 8 on Lagos. Now where?
First action,
8 on
total
Paris.
of 8 Paris. Yeah.
Second action,
Second
what?
action, move to Lagos.
Okay.
Third and fourth actions are to produce supplies. The last one being make it rain on Lagos. That's a total of let's make it a total of 9.
Alright, total of 9 on Lagos is a go. Okay. Hands looking kind of full there.
Well, I don't exactly.
Guess who has Kinshasa?
Travel around.
Guess who has Kinshasa?
Oh, convenient. I'm right next to it.
6, 9. So you got to get rid of 2. My guess is we don't need these blue cards to teleport around, so I'll get rid of these.
It really don't matter.
Yeah.
Okay.
London, Paris. London and Paris. Okay. Alrighty then. Radio operator.
Holy crap, we still have 12 more turns.
Yeah.
Alright.
And it's literally just 12 turns of us sitting here going, "Stay alive, you sons of bitches!"
Okay, so radio operator takes Lima from the discard, just in case.
Okay.
Throwing away Jacksonville, I guess. And then produce 3 times.
And then redistributes the wealth, I guess. Three, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What? Okay.
Hey. Second source of yellow here.
Guess we'll just get rid of Chico.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me think here. I have no goddamn clue.
Clearly not infected. No stockpile.
So, the first 2 actions are to have no stockpile once more.
Neat.
um, and
I guess London is technically
fuck it.
low. What? Oh, gotcha. Are you going through the pass?
Of course. Wait a minute. Okay, like I know this is being hyper pedantic about the rules. All right, this is being like I will admit this is being hyper pedantic about the rules. But could we use that pass since that pass doesn't touch the red line?
To connect
to,
it
like-
all the way to Salami?
Yeah, to connect it all the way to Salami. And yes, I'm going to acknowledge we're being hyper pedantic about the rules.
Yeah, I'm not buying into that. I feel like it's the entire lat.
Well, it doesn't go up this way.
It's the entire quadrant. Gorsh.
Yeah. Anywho, I'm not gonna sit here and argue otherwise. like I said, hyper pedantic about the rules. I'm not doing the troll thing either. I dive between these islands for no reason.
Yep. Alright, so that was 4 actions, draw 2, and I assume required discards.
3, 4, 5, 6. Wait. 6, 7. I'm at my hand limit.
Oh, okay.
So we've got Lagos and Istanbul. Goes up to 5, but we still use it as if it was 4. So we only need 2 more.
Right.
Tripoli and Istanbul. Farmer Steve.
Reasonably. Well, Farmer Steve can produce 3 times and sprinkler twice. Oh, he has Kinshasa.
Yeah. So 1, 2 if by sea.
I was
Wrong
thinking
character.
1 search.
If I land, 2 if I
search.
see. Got it. Do the build satellite tower action, 1 for your supply cube. Anyway. 2, 3. Maybe 4 is just get 2 supply cubes in our hands.
Yeah. Because I can't sprinkler.
Like, we don't
effect-
need to drop it right now, I don't think.
No, we don't need to drop it right now. Okay,
Alright, so
drawing.
the good news,
2.
you only had to discard 1 card. Kuro. Well, we draw these 3 cards. Tripoli, Istanbul, and Kuro.
That's racist.
And Lagos and Tripoli. Alright, here comes the part of the game where we actually have to try very hard. Alright.
Yeah, we only have so many cubes to go between 6 areas.
Yeah, we're going to be losing 5 per turn, which means if we want to keep up with it, we are literally going to have to spend 3 actions just to get our cubes back. So, this is the part of the game where, you know, this is the make it or break it section of the game.
Right, so I believe you still wanted to keep this fat rather than nuking London or my egg.
We really need to fatten up this stack, bro.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm in a useless spot. I can either produce 4 times, still be in a useless spot, or I can go somewhere, drop trow, and...
Let's see here. Istanbul has 3 on it. That's pretty light.
Okay.
Cairo is also pretty light at 4.
Yeah, that's fine, since somebody's already at it.
It's Pink's turn. Is it not?
I thought it was White's, but you are correct. It's okay. Do you make it rain, then move? Make it rain and produce 2?
Yeah. So first action would be make it rain, probably using like. So that's 1, 2, 3. Grab 2 supply cubes, and 4 is probably something like this, I would say.
Have you ever had a manscaping accident?
Like that.
Legit, it seems.
And from there, do we need to... I don't think we need to do any redistribution of those 2 supply cubes.
Yeah.
Alright, York.
I guess One Quiet Night is bottom deck.
Looks like it at this point. And we've got drastic measures we don't need to do. We can do it again on the 3 extra actions, but we really don't need to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. So...
Affection.
London, Cairo, Paris. So, 2 Londons, 2 Parises, and a Cairo. Okay. Farmer... It's not Farmer, sir. It's Construction Thanos.
Yeah. So do produce 8 cubes, or do I do some?
Okay, I think there's been like okay, I've noticed this the entire game. I just haven't said anything so far. Isn't this like supposed to be the one under my control?
Oh, I guess you are typically the pretty fly for a white guy. And I'm
Yeah.
the guy.
I've just noticed that the entire round. You just whatever. It's like I don't know. We're the council controlling 3 dudes anyway, so it really doesn't matter. yeah, that being said,
I mean,
do we
it's
need to save
either
London or Paris, or do you think we should get just more cubes on the board for farmer to do farmer?
more cubes on the board is good.
Like if this guy produces 8, it'll be we'll have to wait until we get to redistribute the wealth guy before they become like active, but that'll be
Well,
8. That'll be 8, and they're
Produce-
only losing 5. So
Yeah, I mean, otherwise he's producing 4 moving, dropping trout.
and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just we don't need a save. Well, yeah, we don't need to save out of these spots just yet.
Yeah, not really. We'd have base. Yeah, it's barely possible for them to get.
There's 8. He now has 8 cubes, which this guy is going to redistribute the wealth to our farmer when it gets to his turn.
Yeah, unless you think he should only produce 6 and go to others.
So
Well, he can't produce black research station.
nuh-uh! What if we remove one off of Cairo? Then there's going to be an open spot on Cairo!
Uh-huh.
I got rid of this.
Okay, eliminated temptation.
Well, yeah, I guess. This maybe one more. Looks like one of these didn't get picked up.
That's 4 Q.
Oh, right. I was getting confused that there's a 5th one coming out, but I've yet to draw the 5th one.
Right, because you need to shuffle those. So, Bob the Builder's definitely gonna. Not Bob.
Oh, farmer.
It's definitely going to make it rain in London.
Where is the farmer? The farmer's blue. 1 to go to London. 2 to produce supplies. Or make supplies, I mean.
Oh.
Are we just going to drop that, or...
I feel like adding 2 more to that. Remember?
So, 2 actions spent producing supplies. 1 action spent moving. So you've got 1 more action.
Just produce more supplies.
Fair enough. Alright.
Gonna have to discard cards. Alright. Affection.
1 of each of the blacks. And 2 Legos.
Okay, so Trip is looking low and Egg low.
Egg is low. Trips, I think, is fine due to having less cards.
True fact.
Show me the true facts. Apparently I got you because I heard a giggle.
It was more like I also said, "Show me the true fact."
Okay, good. Microphones start working again. All right, I'm back. What?
Okay, I was saying that pink can make it rain on trips and make it rain on Lagos without contributing to society whatsoever.
So
Is that-
1 drop, 2 drop.
Yeah.
And just that way we could say you got use of it, she takes the sea route instead of flying.
Yeah.
Okay, so how many are we dropping on each? We have 8 cubes on construction, Thanos.
Okay, I feel like 8 on trips is fine, and let's try and get 9 on.
Impossible to get 9 on the other.
Okay. So we'd be getting 7 there?
1, 2, 4, 7, yeah.
Okay, Farmer has 2. We can drop 9.
Oh, okay. I thought the farmer had none, actually.
Nope.
Alright. Tripoli, Paris, London, and Cairo. 2 Parises. 2 Londons. Tripoli and Cairo. Well, here's what I think the best thing that Construction Thanos can do. Produce supplies 4 times, one of which uses the antiviral lab.
GERD, because if we any plague cubes on Paris,
5.
which would
First
have to
action.
be shuffling deck.
3rd action. 4th action. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 supply cubes. Oh my god. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I swear to God, if One Quiet Night is the final fucking card. One Quiet Night will finally have done us dirty if it is the final freaking card. You know?
Oh. Yeah, not worth it. If we're gonna be giving extra actions, it's going to be to Sprinkler.
2 Londons. 2 Londons and an egg. Two more cards. London and an egg. Alright, our farmer Joe has no farms to tend to. So, London and Paris is looking both pretty low, and you're in range to Sprinkler.
Okay. Alright, so I can produce supplies a total of 3 times while dropping. So
So you want to get 6 cubes and decide where they go then?
yeah, get cubes, and that would allow.
There's 2 on Paris and 3 on London right now.
Yeah. So 6 cubes. We'll put 2 more on Paris and 4 more on London.
Okay, 2 more on the Parises. 4 more on the Nodnals. Clearly a Norwegian town.
I'm gonna get another.
So, Istanbul twice, Lagos, London. More. London and Tripoli.
We can't even go an entire round of players without Scruffling deck.
Well, we just drew our last epidemic, so these are literally our last 3 turns, and there's no more epidemics left.
It's technically 4 turns because we
4
still.
turns, yeah. 3 turns that matter. No epidemics left.
Yep.
Because that 4th turn won't matter unless we need to drastic measures.
Right.
That being said, I don't even think it's possible. Like, I think if we do nothing, we're still safe for the rest of the game.
Alright, so speed run. Right?
Yeah, it's just do whatever seems right, Brian. It's now
Okay.
this
Everything
asshole's
looked fairly safe, so I produce 8 freaking cubes and give them all to the farmer.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And all to the farmer. Do you give any of mine to the farmer? Yes, you do.
Yes, I snap yours.
Round down or round up?
Round up.
There you go. You've snapped mine. Got it. Alright.
Alright. One Quiet Night, where are you?
If we get it in this next draw, if we get One Quiet Night in this next card draw, we could just One Quiet Night and then let's do that again, and we don't have to worry about it.
Right.
Cairo, Trip, Istanbul, and what else? Paris. Okay, well, I finally get out of nowhere to go to 1, 2, 3.
Rain down in Africa.
Well, Asia Minor, but yes. Is it what I think it is? Oh. Oh, glorious One Quiet Night. Hey, Brian, let's do that again for your turn, too.
Okay. So,
We won. Like speed run, we waste the rest of our rounds. We won.
right. There's no roads we want to build and nothing we want to serve.
Yeah, like the only one we were actually seriously debating was this one, and we just did it. So
Yep. Yeah, it saves us an action if we ever play the Good Air starting location guy.
which, considering that we are throwing the first Fortnight, might be useful during these months to get extra supply cubes total.
We would just get the character upgrade that lets us do that.
Anywho, so One Quiet Night was not on the bottom of the deck.
Neat. It was 2 above the bottom of the deck.
Yep. Okay, that was an interesting round. Let me go ahead and pack our hands up at the very least.
So we did have all these extra action. Did we want a permanent satellite at anywhere?
All right, we had enough actions to put it anywhere, to be honest.
Yeah.
Permanent satellite. We already have one on Cairo. We're gonna want that one.
We also only have 5 production. The one on Johannesburg is basically it's one that would be, instead of 3 actions to Black Science Man, to beam a card, it would only be 1.
I mean, another thought about that is London is a little bit more like an active location.
It is an active location with a permanent supply center.
Yeah, like the supply center's already out there, an active location. I think we're fine with having London permanent if we have to. Like we don't have a permanent supply center on Yellow, and we also don't have a permanent satellite tower on Yellow. But it's kind of weird to actually want that when our literal only active location of Yellow is Lagos.
Right. Like, anytime we're building a Yellow station at this point, it's going on my...
Yep. I mean, it might go on these 3 the turns that we unlock them.
Right. But the point is, we have 5 money. Do we want to spend 3 of that on a permanent satellite?
Is it 3? I thought it was 2 for permanent satellites. No, it is 3.
All permanent structures, including
What are our
shelters.
other options when it comes to...
We've done all card upgrades and everything for infection pile except for the thing that we're saving for Ratland. Well, stock it.
Yeah, we're saving well stock it for this area. We've already done all of our... Nope. We are 1 city card improvement short, and that's the final foundation.
Okay, that's 1 payment.
Yep. The rest are character abilities and population upgrades. Like, but we're expecting this, Brian. Like, we were literally expecting this because this is the we're so rich we're balling out of control game, you know?
Right. Okay, so... I don't think that this particular month or fortnight, Blackness, we're also not playing as Black Sign. Do we just dump all of that into freaking Vormir maximum produce supplies?
Maximum produce supplies on one of our things is going to be pretty beneficial.
Yeah, and considering dispersal's a thing, putting it on a Haven seems legit, unlike all of our other runs.
Yeah.
So,
I won't disagree. I don't necessarily disagree. Hey, let me click in game because we have to do the population boops.
yeah, we also get whatever pause.
What the hell just happened to our supply centers? Oh. There we go.
Well, oh, right. All the supply cubes are on our farmer.
Okay. All right, so we lost, so we only have 5 monies. But frankly, I consider this to be an absolute win.
Right. Pause happens.
Yeah, we got to do that before we pay for stuff, right?
Yes, because it could unlock something we actually...
42. Search a brew for 42. So far we only have one thing that we're for certain paying for, and that's the last foundations. We also have character upgrades too.
Yeah.
We get broken links.
Oh.
I think that's a good payment at this point, better than foundations, because we don't need it.
Have you ever had a manscaping accident?
You know?
Ouch! That's why
We legitimately just do not need it.
I mean, we did kind of draw Paris fairly. So...
Well,
what
I
are you
mean,
thinking?
yeah, a broken link could help us considering. Well, it will help us considering our deck is so freaking thin.
Right. I'm thinking all of the
All what?
trips, all the trips for that one.
Hear me out here. Let's stick it on a place that naturally has 2, because Tripoli, we can still get the third Tripoli back.
Okay, so naturally has 2 is literally Paris.
Yeah.
Because we've destroyed everything else.
We're not making any of these permanent, so I'm just going to pick these up right now.
Right.
Okay, so we've got 2 broken links and a satellite. I think that sounds like what we're making permanent, right?
Unless there are any character abilities that seem sexy.
Okay. Well, let me just dump this out.
Because I think the free fairy, that's for Scruffy. Holy crap, do we want to give our farmer the extra hand size?
Why is that?
Sorry, not farmer. Builder.
Yeah, I think our... I mean, we usually don't get that because we have limited amounts of money, but... now it's not a big deal. So, like, at the moment, I just don't think we need a permanent satellite. You know?
Yeah, I'm
So,
on the same page as far as that goes.
we got... I think we're buying this no matter what. Broken Link.
Yeah, we're buying that no matter what.
So... we've got remote treatment by just having the correct card in your hand.
Yeah,
And
and
we've got
that's
free
one stock.
movement. Both of
Um,
those would take up all the rest of the money. Or one of those two would take up the rest of the money. So I'm just going to point out, if we buy a 2, we either have to give somebody Record Keeper, or we upgrade the population of a city.
um, how many more slots does Bob the Builder have?
At 3.
Okay, I feel like putting Record Keeper on him is not awful.
Yeah. Help me out here. What's our usual build for our Reckoner guy? Because don't we usually
Uh,
give him the Foreman too?
what's Foreman?
Supply
Oh,
sign for supply line with 1 fewer cube.
that is something we usually give. Yes. Um, and we definitely need to save a slot for Reckoning without a. Uh, and then I believe the last one is free C lane once per round that we give him for a Reckoning.
Okay,
Which,
so those would be his last 2. In other words, we can't give him supply line for cheaper.
um, so, right, that's his last 2. So,
I think Facilitator is out of the game. Take
yes.
take a city, don't care. I think Facilitator's out of the game.
Yeah.
We've got save a guy from adjacent location.
Not good, because that does not save him from Holloman.
So,
It saves from plague cubes, but not Holloman.
yeah. So in other words, if we give Record Keeper, there's nothing else to spend the last 2 money on.
Well, we could progress up getting Haven maxed out.
Okay, so like what? We're talking about Record Keeper and then boost a Haven by 2?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Or we could boost a Haven by 1 and get that last foundation.
Let's go ahead and do that. Boost a Haven by 1, get the last foundation. Would you rather have it on Xandar or Vormir?
So, as far as raising produce supplies, Xandar is probably going to be lowered for moving our dudes around. The Holloman.
Yeah.
I guess paying to raise Xandar, since Farmer and Reckoner are good at it, will not be the worst idea.
Okay. God, that's so weird looking at these 3 cities at blue. Isn't it part of the in-game scoring, like how many blue cities we have?
It's just total pop. It doesn't matter how many blue or orange.
I swear something mentions like the level of cities.
I believe it's just Forsaken the problem. Not.
Okay, so we're boosting Xandar by 1.
Yep. And are we
Broken
going Hammer on blue?
What?
Are we going even hammer on blue for founding?
I think I'd rather just put it on yellow. Well,
Okay.
I mean, normally I would try to balance it out, but there's literally only one yellow spot that will matter for pretty much the rest of the game. And that's Lagos.
Right, because the rest of them were murdering.
Yeah.
Um,
Maybe on
also-
black?
Well, for this particular moment for black, until August, we can only ever produce 3.
I hear you, but we're gonna unlock a ton more blacks when we unlock the Middle East.
Yeah.
God, that sounded extremely racist. Oh God.
Okay. It just seems like if we do more on blue, we'll be able to more easily produce all of supplies.
All 2 of them that matter?
No, just
All
of them.
1 of them that matter. Because, like, if we talk about, like, what is necessary, right? Like, what is necessary to win the game? Or what is necessary to, like, as a just-in-case plague cubes come out? We only need to build 1 blue station.
Yeah.
And that's unbearable.
There's 8 of the supply centers, right? Total?
9. 3 of them are
9.
permitted out already.
Okay.
Okay, so we're not
building-
permitting a satellite tower, so I'm going to pick these up now.
Okay. Sure, let's even it out and go on black.
I don't know, I'm just thinking, like, really far into the future. You know?
Yeah.
Do we happen to remember which one has the infrastructure so we don't double up in the same city?
I am not that bridge
I
far.
think it was on Tripoli. I could be wrong.
It should be near the bottom of that deck, which I guess is top. There's one more trips there. 45.
There we go! It was on Tripoli. Okay, so we'll put on Cairo.
Okay then. Yeah, we had figured we'd put it on Tripoli because it was like teleported.
Okay.
Bork Link. That is
An actual game, yes. I play it on the phone.
yeah.
It's alright. I mean, there's nothing really particularly special about it, but it's alright.
Seemed a bit predatory.
What?
Said it's a little bit predatory.
No, well, not really. It's pretty alright about it. It's not as egregious as certain other games.
Paris is... And also that thing. Error 404.
What is?
It's a board.
Oh,
Oh.
I get it. I get it. Whatever. I was already one step ahead of you, but I wasn't doing the same joke. I hate when you flip it over and say, not the right deck. Anywho, what else? Okay, that's all of our money, so let's go ahead and get the funded events out of here. Ironically enough, I think besides the drastic measures, we'll use the at least these three.
Yeah.
What else we got?
See what you got.
Okay, so let me go ahead and put a marker on the stream so that way I can go back here and edit. There we go. Alright, ready to start the second fortnight of April.
Yeah, let's try and speed run it a little bit.